Hi everyone, it's Dr. Dave and welcome back to Dr. Dave's 411. Today's episode is going to be juicy and probably a little controversial.
The blood's rushing from my head, I'm gonna pass out.
But what we're going to be talking about today is CBD, also known as cannabidiol, something like that. Hold on.
Cannabidiol.
That's it, cannabidiol. What is all the hype?
Cannabidiol.
Yes. What is all the hype about? And why is there so much confusion? During this episode of Dr. Dave's 411, we are going to sort out all of the confusion and try to get down to the bottom of the CBD craze, both what is true and what is just plain hype.
Oh, good.
So let's get rolling. No pun intended. What is CBD? Cannabis is a family of plants which includes both hemp and marijuana. Cannabis contains a variety of compounds called cannabinoids. The two most dominant are, and I'm going to try this one, tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, and cannabidiol, CBD. THC induces psychoactive effects, which gives the user a high.
It's all right to
But
sneak in here.
CBD does not contain any psychoactive properties. In fact, the World Health Organization stated that, and I quote, in humans, CBD exhibits no effects indicative of any abuse or dependence potential. To date, there is no evidence of public health related problems associated with the use of pure CBD. Recently, CBD seems to be everywhere and has made it into mainstream media. In fact, various celebrities have used CBD to help with various medical conditions, including Michael J. Fox, Seth Rogen, Jennifer Aniston, and even Whoopi Goldberg. CBD is being sold through various items from chocolates to gummies to face masks, lattes, bath soaps, lotions, pet foods, and of course, oils. CBD can be used as a lotion or inhaled as a vapor, but one of the most popular methods of ingestion is that of CBD oil, partially because CBD is fat soluble, so it is relatively easy to consume. Is CBD legal? This part is really confusing, but to sum up the government's position, all states have laws legalizing CBD with varying degrees of restriction. And while the federal government still considers CBD in the same class as marijuana, it doesn't habitually enforce against it. So in a way, it is legal at the state level, but illegal at the federal level. Go figure.
Come on, we'll have some laughs.
How does CBD work? In the human body, there is something called the endocannabinoid system, only recently discovered in the 1990s when researchers were trying to understand how THC, the psychoactive substance in marijuana, worked. The endocannabinoid system is incredibly complex, involved in everything from memory to appetite, stress response, immune function, reproduction, and many other physiological processes. Saying this system is complex might be an understatement, but I think we can sum it up by saying that it seems to be important in maintaining the body's homeostasis or balance. Although there is still so much we don't know about this system, a lot of exciting research is being conducted today, so stay tuned. To simplify, the human endocannabinoid system has two types of receptors for cannabinoids, called CB1 receptors and CB2 receptors. CB1 is present throughout the body, but many are located in the brain. THC attaches to these receptors. CB2 receptors are more common in the immune system and affect pain and inflammation. Until recently, researchers believed that CBD attached to the CB2 receptors, but it appears that CBD doesn't necessarily bind to either receptor directly, but rather directs the body to use its own cannabinoids and helps prevent the degradation of certain cannabinoids. Before we start to discuss the health benefit claims for CBD, we should remember this is very important that CBD is not a cure-all, despite what the internet and media will have you believe. Okay, with that being said, what are the medical claims when it comes to CBD? First, epilepsy and seizures. Some of the strongest studies for CBD come from the treatment of seizures or epilepsy. In fact, the FDA has recently approved a medicine called Epidiolex, a CBD oil-based drug to treat two rare types of severe childhood seizure disorders in patients 2 years of age and older. This is a medicine that is available by prescription only. So when it comes to treating seizures, there does appear to be an important role for CBD in the above two types of seizures. What about other types of seizure disorders? Well, this is a bit less clear. There is evidence from small clinical studies and laboratory studies that have suggested a potential role for CBD in the control of seizures, other than the two mentioned above. But there just are no really good large human trials yet. Stay tuned. How about anxiety and mood disorders? CBD may help reduce anxiety in certain disorders, such as post-traumatic stress disorder and general anxiety disorder, but studies are still ongoing, and we await the results before we can make any definitive recommendations. What about insomnia? Studies have suggested that CBD might be helpful in helping patients fall asleep and stay asleep. Inflammation and pain? CBD has been shown to have anti-inflammatory properties. CBD may offer another option for the treatment of pain. Animal models have demonstrated that CBD applied to the skin could help lower pain and inflammation due to arthritis. Other studies have demonstrated that CBD may improve pain associated with neuropathic pain or nerve pain. More studies are needed in humans to evaluate the role of CBD when it comes to pain. But with the current opioid crisis in the United States, this could represent a promising therapeutic option. What about other medical claims such as cancer, heart disease, diabetes, obesity? When it comes to other medical claims such as these other disorders, more research is needed. Finally, a few parting thoughts. First, CBD is largely unregulated, so people often don't know what they're getting.
The dude mines. This will not stand.
We don't even know if the person is getting the amount of CBD that is listed on the label. In fact, a 2017 study on CBD products placed online found that approximately 70% were mislabeled. Next, some CBD oil brands have been found to have psychoactive compound THC, so caution should be exercised.
Hopeless insanity.
Next, the doses of CBD oil tend to be quite low, in fact, often lower than the dosages used in studies. CBD can interact with many different pharmaceuticals because CBD can interact with drug metabolizing enzymes in the liver. Finally, due to the lack of FDA regulation for most CBD products, seek advice from your healthcare professional before determining if it is something that you may benefit from. Finally, we just don't understand enough about CBD and its effects on the body. And at which doses does someone get the maximum benefit? And what is the best form of CBD to take? We need to understand that there is just not much good clinical research on humans supporting many of the medical claims for CBD. And for the same reasons, we don't know much about how CBD interacts with the body from a physiological perspective. But we should be conducting these studies because CBD may in fact play an important role in treating various diseases. Until next time, this is Dr. Dave.